Yeah, I done did a lot of things in my day.
Peace, love, and light. I am Damri Ama Abe. This is Eden Rose, and Eden Rose is a way of life. Welcome. I will that these messages today are received with clarity and with love. I will that you're able to receive whatever messages, whatever information or energy that you were meant to receive as a result of having spent some time here with me. I want to thank you for your co-creation. Let's get started. So we're going to start with Taurus because it's your birth month. Right now the sun is in Taurus. So y'all get to go first. You're turning a page, Taurus, but you are a little bit reluctant to leave the past behind. It's time to step into a new space and be comfortable with what you're leaving behind. It's okay that you're leaving it behind. Yeah, what is beneath you, kind of, and fueling you is the Emperor energy. Okay, I have two meanings for this card. The Emperor is okay, so I see it as you, and I also see it as whatever opposing energy that it is that you are meaning to release, right? Or moving away from. So the Emperor, for you, as a representation of you and how it's supporting you, is that, it's kind of like you haven't, even though you see it all, you're clear, you have clarity within yourself and confidence, you aren't acting in that way, which is this Four of Swords, right? You're ready for the change, you're ready for the shift, and it's sort of a shift internally, because I'm feeling like a mental space. So it's a shift that allows for you to change perspectives, so to speak. It's like kind of crossing over to the other side in perspectives. I don't know why it's crossing over in that way. Here's the 5. So the energy wants to be the Hierophant, the 5, but you have 2 4s instead. The energy of the Emperor is the 4, but it's the 4 in reverse. It's the Emperor in reverse. Sorry, I'm just looking under the deck and I see the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the number of the Hierophant is the 5. I call it like it's energy of fire, because it provides transformation. It is the shift. It's like that moment when things go from one to the other side, right? It's the energy of the shift itself. The energy of the change itself, the difference between, one perspective and another. Moving from the beginning of the journey into the end of the journey, right? There's a transition in between there, and that's what the 5 energy represents, the Hierophant. But what I'm receiving from these 4s, so you have the 4 of Swords and you have the Emperor, which came out first, and the Emperor is, oh boy, he is the Emperor in this situation specifically. Is you, but inverted. What you are moving towards is the Emperor status. So in this case, the Emperor is you, but it's in reverse. You are. There is a change. There is a shift that wants to occur, but you aren't you're not letting go of what needs to be let go in order to allow the shift to occur. So you have this great power. You are knowing, you know what's going on, meaning you have a full and clear perception and perspective when it comes to this situation. However, you aren't acting toward it. You haven't taken action. It's almost like the Emperor, but like a little bit, I'm feeling a little bit of Empress vibe. A little bit, because the Empress is kind of tight-lipped, right? She doesn't speak. She's very silent. But the Emperor, again, is also very silent. Yeah, Taurus, it's time to, let's pull a card for that. Okay. Okay, so what is behind you and sort of fueling you and pushing you forwards is the fact that you know there is a reaping to be achieved. There's a not achieved. There's a reaping to be had, to be offered, to be given, to take responsibility for, to have, and it's yours. And so that's where this Emperor energy is coming from, right? You're supposed to be the Hierophant, but for some reason you're not, right? You're supposed to be in the 5 energy, but you're disallowing it because, let's see why. Why are we disallowing it? Why is the Taurus disallowing it? You're disallowing it because of true love or unconditional love or pure love. That's a tough one, Taurus. That's a tough one. You are manifesting something for yourself, okay? You are manifesting something new for yourself, which is great, but it requires the death of what's behind you. And it's almost like you're afraid that if you allow what's behind you to die, that this love will not be perhaps there anymore, or you're going to damage it in some way. Yeah, but it's time for it to be done. And if you don't, if you don't let go of it, it's going to come crashing down anyways. That's the truth. If you don't let go of it, it's going to come crashing down anyways. So you might as well just get on with it. Honestly, that's the energy that's coming through right now. You might as well get on with it, Taurus, because the more you hold off, the more you try to, keep yourself from having to make this decision or move on, literally move on, the more you are, kind of forcing the universe's hand, forcing the universe to say, you know what, fine, you don't want to listen, then we're just going to go at it. That's fine. You don't want to listen, that's cool, but we'll take things from here then. And that means the Tower. That means, you might get some surprises, You might have things come crashing down. You might. There's so many things that could occur. I mean, this is reading the general energy, right? So I'm not getting into specifics, but whatever this is, there's an aspect of you that needs to be left behind, and you are not leaving it behind because of love. And you've already planted the seeds, and so you know what it is that you are creating. You're manifesting it. It's not as if you aren't. You are. But this manifestation cannot actually come to its, fullest fruition until you get your emperor self in the upright instead of being inverted, and start taking action. Because if you don't take action, the universe will. Right? If you don't take action towards putting an end to this, putting a death to that self, and moving forward with a new, fresh, version of you, a new amalgamated from one's ego type of version, if this ego doesn't die, then the universe is going to provide you with energy, scenarios, situations that bring it down anyway. You didn't want to listen, so here you go. It's going to push you into this because I'm feeling this is like inevitable. Whatever this is, it's inevitable. So you didn't want to listen, and so the universe is going to bring it crashing down for you. And it's going to be a gift. It might be painful, it might not. Towers don't have to be. It's just going to be something that allows for what's meant to be to actually have an opportunity, because the choices you have made have not actually led to that. Yeah, you're kind of being a rookie. You're kind of rookieing it, and which is fine, but you've made some rookie moves. The universe, has been testing you, and you weren't quite ready, clearly. You weren't quite ready. And so you're going to learn today. That's for sure, Taurus. This is your birthday. So hopefully this isn't the bad kind of tower, because this is some intense birthday. That's all I have. You know what? Why don't we it's time to take action. I'm going to pull from the archetype deck, because I want to see the energy of what actually needs to be healed here. What is it? What's the change? Yeah, the mask. Take off the mask. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Take off the mask. It's time to take off the mask. It's time to step authentically into this aspect of your life as your true self. You have already planted the seeds, okay? Because you've already planted the seeds. You have already been manifesting this. This is quite literally the death of self. So the other half of the message, and I said that there was going to be 2 messages with the Emperor card, right? The other half of the message is that this person, this love that you have, this person that represents love for you, and it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be a child, it could be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be a stranger. Like, it doesn't, whoever this person is that represents love for you, okay? They are emperring it in a totally different dimension than you are right now. Like, you've been emperring it in one way, right? Not all the way emperring it, because you still got shit to drop. And they've been emperring it in a totally other way. It's like they're opposite to you, right? But yeah, the 5 again. But the point is that you guys aren't on the same energy wavelength. This person who represents love for you, that's actually the same energy that you have. That love is actually you. It's a reflection of you. But you're not seeing it that way because of these things you haven't released yet. And so you are, instead of being an emperor upright, you are an emperor in the reverse. And you haven't taken action towards whatever it is you're I'm not going to tell you what it is, because there's 1,000 different scenarios that this could apply to, right? But whatever it is that you're meant to take action toward, that you are not taking action toward, it is stopping you from truly releasing this past energy. It's holding you back. It's acting like that last, like you've already done all this. Like I said, you've planted the seeds. You've already done all of this work towards, building and creating the future and the life that you want. Except it's not coming into fruition in the way that you want it to. It's not becoming the way that you want it to, because you haven't released this aspect of yourself. You haven't stopped doing this sabotage to yourself. Your perspective and your lack thereof taking action toward your truth is behaving as this. I'm feeling it as a habit. Like I'm feeling like it's something that you've done before. It's something that you continue to do. You haven't unlearned this, and it's time to unlearn it. That you need to step into your truth at all times in all aspects of your life. And when you take off this half mask that you're wearing, because in one aspect of your life, there is a full, masked version of you. And in the other aspect of your life, you are, the being that you are. You are the self. I'm also getting like this 3 energy from this mask card as well. And it's like, the depth that is you, plus the color and the depth and the darkness that is you, plus the vibrance and the color and the life that is you, is being masked. Because without the color, the darkness it's just a void. And without the void, the color and the vibrance cannot project. And that's the truth of it. But you've been wearing this mask to cover everything. At least in this aspect. It's like some of yourself you're willing to show. In fact, this card, what I'm really getting, and I've been trying to avoid saying it because I'm a Taurus and I'm feeling this as well, and it's starting to hit home, so I'm kind of reacting to this message before I'm giving it. I've been waiting to say it, and what it is that I haven't been waiting to say it. I've been trying to say it and reluctant to say it. That's the truth. And why I'm reluctant to say it is because I have to admit it as I utter these words. It is admitted. I am also admitting that I'm receiving the message from this card, and I know what it's applying to in my life. So, excuse me. But you have been offering your darkest aspects in many ways. The parts of you that you allow those to see are the aspects of you that are actually not as colorful and vibrant and creative as other aspects of you. You've only been allowing to be the void that attracts and sucks in. It's almost like you're an energy vampire. Sorry. I know, it sounds really mean. But you have been absorbing energy and not offering intentionally because of this mask. In this world, you don't even have to mask the dark side because everybody's freaking dark. It's the color, it's the vibrance, it's the higher frequential aspects about you, right? Your truth is both, and you're hiding one. Whatever this love is, whoever this love is, or whatever thing is representing the energy of unconditional love. Whatever situation or person or thing that represents that energy for you. That thing is, you've decided to not take action because of this love. in some way. And it's causing you to now have a death of an ego, because you didn't take the steps towards healing that aspect already. It is now going to just be a more abrupt type of experience for you. Because you made some rookie moves. And, sometimes that happens. It happens. Forgive yourself, right? It's all right. But now you got to be ready for the tower. Perhaps you have already experienced the tower. Maybe you're experiencing it, now, or perhaps later on. It's the tower, though. That's what's coming. That's what I see as an end result to this, because you didn't take action when you knew you should have. A personal issue reaches resolution. So full moon in Cancer. It's going to be a full moon tonight. So, if you get this message in time, I suggest that you take some time to do some ritual tonight, whether you write some intentions or affirm to yourself or to the universe your intentions, or you release with intention this energy of this, the reason why you're not moving into taking this action that you're supposed to take. Do some healing. Get rid of the falsities of this situation. Be true. Honor yourself by being honest with yourself and taking action that is the most true and honest, without hiding and wearing a mask. That's my advice. I'm going to read from this book as well. But a personal issue reaches resolution. I mean, it's almost like it's saying, if you go ahead and do this, and you change the energy for yourself internally and how you're projecting now moving forward, it's going to allow for this tower to be, a little less abrupt. It says, things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion or feelings around now, So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move toward your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge. Nothing to worry about, though. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to head, and that it is a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be best to move toward what you want in a sideways manner. So try something new. Additional meanings for this card are: meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time? So, I think it falls perfectly in alignment with that message. It will come to a head. Things are going to come through. You don't have to worry about it, but you do have to behave and act in truth. You do have to, be honest. It signals a change is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. Couldn't have said it better. So with that, I will leave it there. I will that these messages were clear, and I will that they are received with love. I will that they allow you to have expansion and a clearer understanding of self, a deeper and more spiritual understanding of self and of the world. I will that you take this with you and create greatness through it and from it. Ashe, thank you so much for coming and sharing this space with me. I love you. Peace.